Aha. Yes. Jose is here. Jose is here. Moonbud is here. Hi Jibe, hi everyone. Hey Otto. Hey Carp.
Shall I catch already something for the Rumble or?
Yes. What we do? What shall we do for the first one?
I don't know. A pet.
I like that.
Simple.
A pet. Good. So I think then we can start our weekly call. As usual, we're going to start with our Rumble Royale. I don't know if we're going to give free mints since Cedric is here. He has overruled the slides. We might give away a pet. As you know, we're going to start it in the chat.
I will check for a cool pet.
All you have to do is go click those little swords in the Discord chat, and you can jump in. Hi Zoya. Hey James. Hi Minty.
There are now quite a lot of pets that have awesome backgrounds.
Yeah.
So since people have like found, oh, there are different backgrounds, it has started to populate with like really cool ones. Still, I don't see a lot of the. Here there is one of my favorites.
For anybody not sure, you can see that emoji swords at the Rumble Royale. That's all you have to do. Then the slaughter starts.
Oh.
Somebody wins a pet. That's how it goes. It's simple as that.
I'm also gonna participate this time.
And also, next week, who's off to Singapore? Who's going to be in Singapore? Anybody here from the community going to be there? We're pretty excited for this one. Quite different from what we did last year. So last year we were there. We're sort of showing off. First time, I think it was the first time that we showed off a bit the awesome Ayuna avatars. Sort of the season 1. That's where we had just had that first version that we could show. So it was really exciting for us. And 30 seconds for the Rumble Royale. Anybody that hasn't already joined. This year we're going to have a team that's building on Ayuna. We haven't introduced them before, so I'm not going to say too much, but they're going to be there at the Polkadot booth in Ayuna's sort of section, showing off what they build on us. So really, really happy about that, and maybe we'll actually manage to get them to join us live during our call next week. So here we go, Rumble Royale on its way. 37
I think I'm gonna buy Tsipuka, this one. This has like a really good.
Let me see him. Zipuka, I like that.
Tsipuka has a cool background. He looks quite angry, but his fur fits very well into the background. So I think that's a good one.
So that's excellent. I got eliminated in round 1 trying to swim in lava because Hopeful joined me as he climbed too high. Zio's out, Deviko's out. We're in round 4.
I heard somebody walking near me.
Dark Friend
is Who's camping here? Who's here?
With a special ear to hear. Hello, Karamolegos.
Hey.
It's in.
I'm gonna win this time, pretty sure. I feel it.
Is out. Karpsama is out.
But that went pretty fast. We are already at 15, right?
Emily was killed by a puppy. Not Emily was killed by a puppy.
Oh no, I got backstabbed. No. What? What? That's evil. I feel the resurrection incoming.
Let's see. 10 left. 5 left. Wow, what happened here? Round 7. Jack also by a puppy. James tried to swim in lava like me. Jose. It seems you're on a top 5 situation. 2 left. So what is going to happen? Are we going to have a buddy both join and win the competition? Waiting for the resurrection.
Okay.
Okay.
Gabriel.
Who won? Yay!
Gabriel.
Gabriel won.
Let me check
Congratulations.
fast. Yeah. Congratulations for winning. Oh, this user doesn't really exist.
Oh. Oh.
Hmm.
Dun dun dun. Do we
Yeah,
have
you will have to send me a wallet, John Gabriel.
Yes. If not,
I will contact you. You will have to create a wallet.
very good. Very nice. So, then we can
Cool.
give you maybe a short update on season 2. About 3,350 players we're getting to, close to 70,000 avatars, and very happily crossing the 1 million mints of digital assets. That's quite a milestone. And to be honest, one really interesting conversation that we were having the other day with other parachains, and we were told by the wallet teams that actually the Awesome Ayun avatars and a few other games that have launched in the past are among the most active in both the Kusama and the Polkadot ecosystem. So we're quite proud about that. Is there any updates that we did currently this week? I think not really, right? Any patch notes this week, Cedric?
No, so one thing that we are working, or it's already been done, is like that mythical pets can be equipped, but we are still like waiting and testing a few things to make sure that when we run this update, then yeah, I mean, those that have currently a mythical pet with some equipment slot left or some that want to change like a weapon, they have to take another passion, one more week. So probably during next week we're gonna run this update. This time, I mean, as you know, we had like this incident with like Kusama stopping or all parachain stopping. So we thought like taking like another few days to make sure that everything works fine. And then we will push this upgrade, which will make sure that mating amongst mythical pets is not possible. And also that mythical pets can equip legendary items. So they are like not stuck with what they had when they went to legendary. That's it from the Awesome Ayun Avatars Season 2 at the moment. You all know that we updated like the eggs, so you have now a small indication on what kind of background this egg has. So if you check here, you will see there is like, so if you see my screen, you see here there is like, for example, this egg is 13. And if you go here in this egg, has the background 28. And in Discord, we have been pinning like all the backgrounds. So one, for example, is Tiger and Snake. 34, I think, is the one with the small cross, and so on. So if you have like a favorite background, then you can go and seek a little bit where it is or what kind of pet exists as an egg that could have this background. That's just a small thing. And we are also still like doing some bug fixing for pictures which are not fully reflecting, like missing some glows. I think the wild fairy has still some glows which are not perfect. So we are gonna fix that also, because during the missions and quests, then each of those avatars which move out will become an NFT, and then it's important that the picture really fits overall in the glow and all the small details. Yep, wildcard. Is that the next
Wildcard,
one?
just a short, I think, update here. So one thing that we started working a bit also on the branding of it, as we want to discuss it a bit next week in Singapore. But maybe you can give also an update from the team of Polycrypt, which I think is pretty close, right, to their, let's say, first breakthrough from that point.
Exactly. So we are currently still waiting on the breakthrough to move an asset out of the Bayou network into the trusted execution environment and then move it to Ethereum. But they are closing now, and I think like next Wednesday we should have the breakthrough. At least we are working towards this, and that should allow us to move an asset out of our chain into a trusted execution environment, and then move it onto like the Ethereum ecosystem, and then back. So that will allow us then later on move like the avatars onto our OpenSea and have them there for sale, or buy them there and move them back into our ecosystem.
Very nice.
Missions and quests.
But-
That's like a good one.
Yeah, see, this week we had actually our breakthrough here, right? So
Exactly.
yeah, maybe you can
So-
share a bit of the work you did with Theo here.
Yeah, so to be honest, it was quite frustrating the past 2 weeks because we were like, or I was thinking that we were like already very deep, and it wouldn't take like that long to get like the first missions to completed on the test chain, but it took like 2 weeks, and this was quite frustrating. But I mean, yesterday we had like the breakthrough more or less for all the test cases, and that means that we can now start to create like the automations which will create missions and quests and make sure that like 24 hours a day there is quite some changes, and like it will make you as a player be able to check what's going on and maybe also see what will be coming and as missions and quests, so it will like drive the engagement. And yeah, I mean, I posted in Discord the UI parts which were for me essentially like the breakthrough. And yesterday I even managed to like stake an avatar into a pilot school with the ticket, and then at the end I was able to retrieve the pilot license, which is awesome, and which is like the biggest it's like just like make sure that we are able to do what we are intending to do. So expect to have like in the next meeting like visuals also showing how it will look and stuff like that. I mean, sniping also works, and there is quite some really cool stuff. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be really exciting once we can show more.
Theo, in the meantime, has already started working on the UI, and one of the things that's going to be we're pretty happy about is that we are also making sure that missions and quests will be able to be accessed on mobile. So Theo is making sure that the UI will be able to be navigated properly from your mobile device. So also pretty happy about that. And as Cedric said, we'll be able to maybe show next week some screens. But yeah, pretty exciting, to be honest, that we had our breakthrough there and are moving on. So yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe now it's before we move on to a few other stuff for next week. Maybe we can invite Jose is here. Oh no,
He is
Jose is here.
on
Yes, he is.
stage.
Right, he's on stage. So if we can invite him from the Buddies, super excited to have him here with us and maybe have a short discussion about what you guys are doing.
Yo, what's up?
What's up? What's up? How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Nice. I was pissed off of losing the Rumble Royale.
You should be. You had the most kills, so you deserved it. But there's a second time, right? You're gonna participate in the second
Yeah,
one
next
before
time.
the end. Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me today here.
Hey, our pleasure. As I think we had sort of started first talking probably a couple of months ago, but we're really happy that we managed to get you guys on board. But I would be super happy if you can just share a bit what it is that you're doing, right? You started with initially, let's say, a collective which you connected, let's say, yourself through the OG Buddies, right? Which was these 50 NFTs collection that you created, and then later on expanded that group with the Moon Buddies, right? Which is sort of 500, about 500 NFTs. So if you could tell us a bit about, how you guys got together and what are you doing sort of what are you working towards? That would be super interesting.
Well, it's a bit complex even for me because Buddy is born like some kind of experiment for a real life company crowdfunding, and it escalated so quickly that all the people waiting for the listings, for sniping with bots and whatever for joining the community. So I thought we had to give more to the community, not just a crowdfunded project. So it started to escalate quickly, and we started doing also weekly games, for mini games, for giving prizes, and we moved with the Buddies Bank. It's some kind of it's the core of the Buddies economy, where people can propose to do investments. We take profits and we divide the royalties into the NFT owners, and we kept this concept for more long. And was crazy because in the middle of the bear market, our bank grew like 600%, and so that took the attention of the people. And so I think the all-time high, sorry, of Buddies first generation is about 150 Kusamas, and we decided that the 50 NFTs supply were so short so we wanted to expand the idea about Buddies, so we decided to launch a new collection, like 100 NFTs. So more or less it's proportional to the original Buddies, so the G Buddies like power governance and Buddies on power, so it's something proportional between the both collections. But as one with Moon Buddies, we launched it in Exosama network. Also, it's a gamified network, the Polkadot ecosystem, and I think it was sold out in 20-30 minutes, the 500 NFTs. And our idea right now is to develop some kind of circular economy to make it sustainable, because in the bear market, what we all have suffered is like about the lack of liquidity and users on Web3. So we decided to create a utility token for the community. It's called Seeds, and people can do NFT staking, trusting the project and delisting them of the marketplaces. So this way we can reduce the supply and to increase the demand. Right now we are building a 3D immersive experience, a metaverse, and trying to put together all the networks, because the OG Buddies are on Kusama network. We are discussing right now about migrating to an EVM, so Exosama network is. So that's our idea. It's a bit complex because you are showing on the picture. We talk about possibility on NFTs, talk about gaming, NFT royalty investments. The OW is new concept that I'm going to launch next month. It's about to increase our mindset to other investments like stock options and more stuff. This capital idea is the user holder, the community can propose some kind of investment. If it's good, it's going to make 20% of the profits, etc. We are trying to play a bit with economy because the market is taking so long. So we're trying to make things different. At the same time, also focus on fun, of course, learning.
I think that's you were breaking up a bit, but I think most of what you said we understood. I also am sharing some of the slides that you kindly shared with me earlier, and I think from what I understand, we, as let's say the Awesome Ayuna Avatar Season 2, fit quite nicely in this part that you have around gaming. And hopefully you can use it for a couple of different ways, right? Because as I see from the different activities that you are also looking, maybe down the line there's ways that we can explore not only what you can do with Awesome Ayuna Avatars, but what you could potentially do with your buddy NFTs in Ayuna itself, right? We are just the other day we were discussing with Cedric to see how we can open up the missions and adventures not only to Awesome Ayuna Avatars but other NFT collections within the ecosystem first. So that could be a possibility, and which sort of goes into that mindset of what you're trying to do. But yeah, very excited to have you on board. And I think we're going to be joining also your community call next Monday, where I think there's where we can share with the community also sort of the details of the campaign that we want to run together, or we can share more now. It's up to you.
Yeah, sure. On Monday we can do that community call, and I like the concept you just told me about the also buddies NFTs to onboard on adventures on Ayuna.
Yep.
And it's kind of interesting because the buddies team, I have some team helping me, but mainly it's just myself with some advisors, some people that know how to develop some kind of stuff. So it's taking so long to develop this 3D metaverse. So the gaming area right now, we are just playing mini games outside of the Web3, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it could be really interesting because our community, especially the buddy, the Exosam network, there are a lot of users that they love to get gaming. So
yeah, I think that's like I say, I think like you, we are also experimenting, right, on different things, and it would be super interesting to see how yeah, maybe an experiment like this, like the missions and things, could be used and also outside of the collection, let's say, of Awesome Ayuna Avatars we have created for Season 1 and Season 2. So yeah, quite a few stuff I think that we can explore together. Super happy to have you join us. And I'm just now checking from the community if there's any questions that you have. I see also Funky is here. Funky is part of the team and of the buddies, and he can also answer maybe some questions if anybody has here in chat, or else we're super looking. Yeah, let me get Funky, let me get you here to speak. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
GM fam, I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing
Sorry
well.
I missed the beginning of. I was in a meeting, but I wanted to at least be here for moral support for my good friend Soze over here and all the rest of the buddies community, and of course you guys as well, right? I mean, there's a lot of synergy between our groups, like the Kingdom buddies, Awesome Ayuna Avatars. So just happy to be here and looking forward to everything that's this collaboration is going to bring.
Really appreciate it. You also know from the community, myself and Cedric, quite a lot of times we join weekly the calls that are happening with the Kusamarian AAG. I've told you before, I recommend go join. It's the best way, I would say, to learn about governance and what's going on in the ecosystem. I still believe it's our most important feature still in Polkadot. And yeah, you can hear the state of the funk, I think, each time, and really happy to have you join us today.
No, my pleasure. Yeah, the State of the Funk's going to be about Chico Crypto today.
There we go. I know it will. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, buddies, we'll meet you next week in your Discord, and as you can see here, they've shared the link. Go join their community, and yeah.
One thing too, I would say. Oh, go ahead, Soze.
I just want to say for finish to Nick and Cedric, thank you for having me today for this collaboration. I'm excited about it because I love the concept about Awesome Ayuna Avatars, and I think it's really nice to collaborate together and to onboard our community with this project. And also a special thanks to my friend Otto Toot that made this collaboration possible. I want to say because the man is a legend. I met him on Amsterdam last year, and I know he moved everything for making this possible.
Agreed. Otto for president. But hey, thank you for joining us. Thank you both for joining us. Looking forward to seeing you next week in your call, and obviously welcoming the buddy community to come play around with our awesome Iouna avatars. Let me see if there's any questions here. I saw a couple. Maybe we can address before we move.
I'll just chime in and say this, Nick. Today is Thursday, so if you guys are available, Buddies does Crazy Games at 4 p.m. EST.
Okay.
I guess 8 p.m. UTC. That's kind of what Soze was referencing earlier, where we do smash cards or whatever. It doesn't really matter because Poke Warrior is going to just destroy everybody. So I'm just going to give you that warning because he's really good. But it's a great thing to do where we just kind of have fun for 15 minutes, jump in, play a quick game. So this is a great way to just kind of meet the other communities. If you guys,
and
if
where
you're not
do
already
we join? Do we join in your Discord?
Yes, it's in the Buddies Discord. So there's a special section for Crazy Games, and I think Soze, you could probably correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm pretty sure that we had opened this section up for public, right? It's also for non-Buddies holders to play and to just meet us and join in on the games, right?
Yeah, it's for everyone. Everyone, if you want to play, it's at 10 CET time. So I think for Funky, for you is 4, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I might hop in and join myself. I think that might be quite fun to do. Couple of questions. So Fede asked earlier, so Tease is like a bridge to EVM. I assume you're asking about Wildcard. So is it...
Yeah.
Cedric,
So Wildcard, yeah, I mean, there's multiple ways that you can create bridges, and since we have been experiencing a lot with trusted execution environment, running games on top of it with Integrity, and with Polycrypt, which is also using this technology, we are using trusted execution environments, which are called TE, to move funds and assets securely out of our system into other ecosystems. So an NFT is somehow locked inside this system, then with the proof of ownership being moved out and then accounted into another chain. And this can be then made backwards again by proof of ownership. So you are always able to claim again what is yours, but you're also able to sell it on another chain, and then this other person is able to claim back this NFT which is then owned by him. So it's trusted execution environment that we are using. I can shortly give a link to Polycrypt to it. So if you have more interests, then you can take a look at it. I will just put a link in it. It's called Peru Network. It's more or less what we bought in, where we bought in the IP, and Wildcard is based on top of this. It's called Erdstall, I think.
Yep. I mean, the idea at the end of the day is we wanted to achieve a result, let's say, similar to Immutable, having sort of real-time, gasless transfer of assets. And I think that's what we are able to achieve here.
Exactly. Any other question?
From Prifta, when can we see more statistics? For instance, total number of fully equipped pets, total number of legendary pets, and total number of Bajou Berger.
Yeah, I mean, you can just parse them. It's all on chain, right? I mean, I can give you all those informations if you want them. So, but I mean, it would make sense if we if you guys come up with like, hey, we want to see this, that exactly, and then I have like a list, and then I can create like a graph where you see like how it's like progressing. For example, how many Bajou Berger eggs have been eaten, and how many fully equipped pets have. So we have like a historical graph where you see it, but it makes sense if we first like agree on certain metrics, and then I do it once, because otherwise I'm doing it, then somebody's coming, hey, I want to see this, and then I have to do it again. So if you agree on metrics, I can do that. So maybe like 5 or 6 metrics, and I will do the statistics for them.
Maybe that's a fun thing we can do with Otto next week. Like go in the community and just find the top 5, let's say, statistics that we want, and then Cedric, myself, and the team can work on them. And during next week's community call, we will show them as like progression, so you will see exactly how it's progressing. Yeah. Robinho, for how long will we stake our NFTs? I assume you're asking how long the missions will last with that.
So that is like, because we gamify it, there is like very long missions which don't really need a big stake, but they're also not really rewarding, right? And there's very short missions, like pirate missions, which are only up maybe for like 3 or 4 hours, and they take maybe 1 day, but they have like a super high APY. But they're also very risky, because you only have like 2 hours to claim, for example. And if you're not able to claim in that period, everyone can snipe your reward, and then all your risk and all your luck to get like this mission will go into the hands of the one that sniped it. So this will be like part of this gamified experience, because that will allow us to make sure that you can stand up like at 2 a.m, go on the toilet, check on your mobile phone, and then see, oh, what, there is a pirate mission just right now. I'm gonna catch this, right? So that's why we have like a lot of different staking periods. So you also have to decide, do I want like to have like not such a great reward, but like have like a long stake, so I don't have to care, or I want to be like ready with my avatars to grab like really cool ones, cool missions. And there is also like follow-up missions. So from time to time, there's like a mission which is like a chain quest, which at the end gives you like a great reward. So yeah, I think it's a little bit like, if you know like World of Warcraft, like those really big quests, there are like very simple quests which take some time. There are like follow-up quests and so on. So we want really to create like this as a gamified experience. So back to the question, it's a variable how long they take. Anything else? Any more questions?
Let me check.
Could you give us an example on how one mission could potentially look like? Yeah, so like the simplest mission is like a follow-up question is like getting like your pilot school license. So you will see like in the missions that there is like a certain amount of pilot school missions available. That means that you can go there, and then you will see there's a requirement. And the requirement is that you have a ticket. So if you want to get that pilot school license, you will go to the merchant and check if he's like if he currently holds like a pilot school ticket. So he might have like 20. And then you grab, for example, for 10 or 20, buy you a pilot school ticket, which is a fee. And then you can access with your avatar and that ticket, that mission. And the avatar will then go into a stake for 2 days. The fee will be taken away from you and go back to the creator of the mission. And after 2 days, you will be able to claim and get like the pilot school license, and obviously you get your avatar back. And then there is other missions which need the pilot school license. For example, like going on a mining missions, you will have to have a spaceship, a license, and an avatar. And there you then can get some ore which you can trade again back for Bayou, or you can get other stuff which you can then use for other missions. So that's a little bit like it will work. There is also the intention that we create like staking contracts which allow you to spend a certain amount of Bayou and then get Ioun tokens from our main network in a certain ratio. But this is like for later. And it will just allow us to make this transfer as an on-chain experience. And it also allows us to qualify only users which have been really into, let's say, our two products, or let's say our two seasons, to allow them to move onto our main chain with their Ioun tokens. But more to come around this.
Yep. Will there be options to just stake Bayou Ioun token, like on DOT, where you can stake for as long as you want and get 5%? I don't think so, because if I understand the question, right, because we're trying to stick to the game here, right, sort of gamifying, so I don't see that we will have anytime soon.
It's possible, right? It would be possible. It's not so we can do it.
Yeah.
But we are always like focusing to like reward players, right? So why should we reward, for example, somebody that has just been like participating in the crowd loan? So if we do something like this, then it always should have like at least one asset from a game involved as a stake, right? So you need a legendary avatar to participate, either from season 1 or season 2, right? And
so I think
that is like, yeah.
It technically, and all of these things that we're doing, of course we will be able to do it. And I think that always, as long as we have in the back of our head, how does this improve the community, or how does this add value, as again, talking in our gaming vertical, then we're happy to explore, I think, different options for sure.
So there was also a question if Bayou will still be live after Ioun mainnet. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I mean, Ioun mainnet will launch most certainly before Q1 24. And Ioun network, we are just not there is no way that we can swap everyone in that short time. But there will maybe be an option at some point where people can swap over to the main network, right?
And if anything, right, one sort of with the incident that happened last week, it still shows how important Kusama network is, right? All of this shit that happened, it wouldn't be as simple if this had gone down on the Polkadot network. And also maybe something that you can feel, we're pretty sure from all of the backtracking that we have done with Parity and other parachains that it may have even been somebody from the community here that realized through the Awesome Ioun avatars not working, that triggered
we were the first ones.
Yeah, we were the first ones, exactly.
So we were the like, our community was the one, hey, it's not working, and we were like pushing to Parity, and more or less in all the channels that we see that all the parachains stopped creating blocks. And it took like, I think we were like 10 minutes after the block creation was not working anymore, and people were like asking about why they can't watch anymore. Yeah. So that's quite also like, it shows that gaming and like those smaller games do have still like a lot of traction in the ecosystem. When I can't commit to it, okay, so just okay, cool. Yeah. Any more questions? Will Bayou's not that already answered? How it will be some hand requirements to be able to snipe. Yeah, so okay, like for the sniping, yeah. So I had like 2 days ago, I was trying to snipe and it wasn't working. So I was like super annoyed because I thought like we missed something. But then I remembered that I created a requirement for sniping. And the requirement for sniping is that you have an active contract. That means you can only snipe if you have something in stake. So it's not possible without anything not being involved to snipe others. So you will have to have an active, not claimable contract. So you cannot just like put something in stake and then not claim it and then be able, anyway, you would get sniped, but you need something active to be able to snipe. And we are also thinking, but this is not implemented, that we add more requirements to sniping. For example, that you own like a pirate contract. But yeah, I mean, this can be like built like anywhere. So, but for now, you will have to have an active contract to be able to snipe. So active players will be able to snipe. That's, yeah, exactly. So you, in the worst case, if you see, and there is also statistic. So you will see like you will have the statistic how much percentage of your missions have been sniped. So if you see that there is somebody like going into the sniping time, and you see this guy has like been sniped all the time, then probably he will miss again, right? But if you see it's like, for example, Otto, which is like 99% unsniped, then probably it doesn't make sense to stay up another hour to snipe him. Yeah. So I think sniping is a very cool thing, and yeah. I'm really excited to see like this, and like the missions will make sure that like those high API missions will have like a very short period to claim. So they will be very attractive for snipers because it might be in the morning at 4.
Yeah.
You have to calculate like it. So hopefully that will create some kind of a mix of this DeFi, gamified NFT staking thing, which we create a narrative around, and will create like an engagement that can drive a little bit new stuff in the ecosystem.
Yeah. So I think, I mean, that also, again, as the sort of the cycle of products as we have described them, right? Sort of starting with the awesome Ioun avatars, where what's the idea? Let's try and create our own digital, let's say, avatars, our own NFTs, which are not yet NFTs. Second step is the missions, where we actually turn these, let's say, into NFTs, and you can go and use them in staking missions and things like that. And then is sort of wildcard, where by making sure that we can move these in and out of different ecosystems, sort of closes that little circle of what we're trying to achieve here. And a lot of things can you know, be created on the side as we experiment with you, the community. So really, really happy about that. How about we do our Rumble Royale, our second one? We can set it up and get it going. And in the meantime, we can continue answering questions. I don't know, Dan, if you can get it started. And
yeah. Why not?
As you can see, all you have to do is go hit the swords and start. A couple of exciting things, as I sort of briefly mentioned, for next week, Monday. We're going to be in the Buddies community discussing what it is that we're doing and sort of give a bit more details on everything. You can see we are going to be, hopefully, we're going to have a team in Singapore who is going to be showcasing some of the work that they're doing on a wallet that they are creating using C# and Ioun's infrastructure, Ioun's technology. So we're very proud to have them there, and hopefully they can join in. We're going to be opening a discussion in Polka Assembly, as that's something that has been ongoing for quite a few months. Different parachains we have grouped together in order to see how we can combine, let's say, efforts on this gaming vertical in Polkadot and create more opportunities for all of us. The first step of that is going to be shared either tomorrow or beginning of next week. We're really excited about this opportunity, and we will share more. We will need the support of the community, and we will see how that goes. And for sure, I'm going to join Funky Jane and the team on AAG in the upcoming weeks to discuss this proposal that we want to take to the Treasury. So now I'm going to be on the receiving end of questions there, which is quite exciting. 30 seconds to go. Jump in.
Trying to find a dude that we can, I think.
What pet haven't we given? Let's find a pet that
What
we
pet?
haven't.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to find one with like already something equipped, so it looks a little bit. But like fully equipped are quite expensive. So let me check. And I only have 2,300 Bayou available, so let me check. What can I buy?
What's the question from Big Crypto? Any idea when runtime upgrade will be, and when we'll be able to equip our mythicals? So if this was mentioned earlier.
I was mentioning it. So next week.
Next week.
Pretty sure next week, either before the community call or shortly after. And then you should be able to finally equip again mythical pets. Also, if you have a mythical pet which has like an armor which is not fully colorized, or it's not like matching the one that you want, then you are able to switch it and make it look really nasty if you want to. I'm gonna take like Genet, this one. It looks cool.
We're in round 5. I see a few people slaying. Soze is still slaying. Karamolegos is slaying. Cedric is slaying.
What?
Yeah, you're still in.
Ah, nice.
From what I can
Good.
see.
At least.
Big Crypto is out. Andre took him out. Andre is I can see still there. I got eliminated. What can you do? Round 8, 12 people left.
I'm still in, right?
I think you, Andre, should be in. Soze should be in. Resurrect. Prifta got resurrected. Previous winner. 11 left.
I'm still in. I feel it this time. I'm gonna win.
2 Mino Crypto is out. Let's see.
8. And I'm amongst them.
XT is out. Darsha is out. 8 players left.
8?
Yeah, Soze is going for it. I said round 11.
Ah, I stopped to smell some flowers. Yup.
But you're
I'm
still
here.
in.
Yeah, I'm in. 6. I'm on amongst the last one.
Karamolegos
So I
out.
can
Oh
no.
No.
trying to swim in lava. Always
You
a
felt
bad
super
idea.
brave. You felt super brave.
Yeah.
Because I got this. 6 left. Let's see. Revive. 3 left.
Three left.
Maestro is out. Zark is out. Soze is again shanking people left and right.
Zürichsee, genau, exactly, Otto. It's the Zürichsee.
No, come on, he won. That's crazy.
Oh no!
Yeah.
What a luck.
Hey, that's great.
Okay,
There you
that's
go.
awesome.
That's awesome. That's
That was fair.
It was.
That's awesome. You
We didn't
need
rig
to
it.
send me your wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great way to
Cool.
end.
That's awesome. That is like not too bad, huh? If you would like to script it, you probably wouldn't be able to. But nice. Cool. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Okay. So-
and also my Unavatar finds a home in a buddy, so we're really happy about that. And again, thank you, Soze. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you everybody else for being part of the call and sticking around for this rather long one. Happy to have you around and looking forward to seeing you all next week. I see a couple of questions by Mouth. Question: to equip a pet to our AAA, do I have to be fully equipped?
What? I
equip-
didn't got this one.
To equip a part, I guess you mean. To equip a part to a AAA, do it have to be... Mouth, you will have to ask the question again. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Parts, okay. To equip parts to a AAA, do the parts have to be fully equipped? You mean if they
No,
need to be legendary?
no. You can have just like the base armor.
Yep.
You don't need any of the add-ons. You can just you don't even need to colorize or to have a glow. You can just
Equip.
like equip it like it is uncolored, no glow, no add-on, just
Yes.
legendary.
Yes.
Cool.
Very good.
Might be also looking really cool. Okay. Hey, then thanks everyone for being here. Also to our guests, super cool, and see you soon.
Enjoy the afternoon.
Yep.
Log into AGA later on. Have a great one, everyone.
Hey, bye everyone. Bye bye.